Good afternoon, and welcome to another exciting weekly Wednesday webinar here at the United States Center for Credit Union. We're so happy to have you join us. As always, we are going to get started here in very shortly, but before we do that, as always, we're going to go ahead and introduce our amazing panel. We do have a special guest today. This is her first time that she's joining us, so we are so excited to introduce her here shortly. But before we do that, again, we just want to thank you all for coming in and being.
Was that just Milton? Okay.
That was Milton. He froze a little
Of the
there, but
credit.
you
Now
froze a
we
little,
can.
Milton. You're back now.
Okay, I am so sorry. I am having a little bit of issues on my end for some reason. This is the first, but again, so we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and do the introduction. As always, we have Andrea Londona from the marketing team who is going to be keeping track of the questions. So if at any time you have any questions, please feel free to submit your questions using the chat feature or the Q&A. And Andrea will be reading those questions at the end. Also, assistant Andrea today is my none other than my own teammate, Jarnika Trent from the Membership Development Department. She will be keeping track and helping Andrea as well. And also from the marketing team, I just feel like we got to come up with a new nickname for you, Carrie. But we have Carrie Lazar in charge of putting all this beautiful content that you see organic. That is Carrie. So thank you so much, Carrie, for joining us. And obviously, you know myself. My name is Milton. I'm the Membership Development Officer here for the Credit Union. And the person that is going to be leading the presentation today, this is her first time. So we are so excited to have her on board. And that is Stephanie Armstrong from the lending department. Her title is the Senior Consumer Loan Officer for the Credit Union, has a lot of years of experience under her belt, and we are so excited to welcome her. So, Stephanie, go ahead and take it away for us.
Okay, great. All right. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Thank you so much, Milton, for that introduction. And thank you to our panel and our marketing team and our membership development team for having me. And with this webinar this afternoon, so I am very excited to do this. But yes, so as Milton said, my name is Stephanie Armstrong. I have been with U.S. Senate Federal Credit Union for just about 2.5 years now. But I have been in the financial industry and credit union industry for a little over 22 years now. So, um, definitely really excited to be here with everyone this evening. And hopefully we can, go through a lot of our summer funding solutions for everyone, and hopefully answer some questions if there's any out there. So feel free to drop those in the chat for us, and we'll be more than happy to get to those as we are going through this. So I am going to stop sharing this. All right. So welcome everyone. We are super excited to have everyone join us this evening. And today, what we are going to be doing is we are going to dive in to some smart and flexible ways that you can help fund your summer. Right now we are in, probably most of us are in the heat of the summer, and I do mean heat of the summer. And so you might be thinking about where we're going to get away to for a little summer vacation. Maybe it's just a small family vacation. Maybe it's a large family reunion. Or maybe you are even thinking about like a staycation type of thing and thinking about doing some upgrades to your home, making it more of just a more fun thing to do at home, doing a staycation type of thing. Or maybe you're looking for some type of spontaneous adventure, maybe taking your boat out on the lake, or maybe you are just going to take the Jeep or the truck up into the mountains for the weekend. So we're just going to, walk you through some different options that we have that we can help offer you here at the credit union, to make those dreams that you have, or, those things that you want to do come true. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to walk through how we can make the most of these plans and hopefully try to help you without overspending, and keep it within your budget. So that's what we're going to talk about here today, with our roadmap here. So some smart ways to try to help fund your summer. So one of the things we're going to talk about is getting ready for your vacation. If you're thinking about traveling now, if you're traveling in the next couple of weeks, maybe you want to try to maybe pay over time with a personal loan, or maybe you're thinking about looking at doing this with a credit card, maybe one of our rewards credit cards. So we're going to talk about some of those different options. We're going to talk about some staycation options. So again, using that equity in your home to help upgrade your space, boost the value in your home and your property. And then we're also going to look at some open to adventure. So maybe you're looking at financing a new vehicle. Maybe you're looking at financing a boat or a recreational vehicle like an RV or a travel trailer. Um, excuse me. Or maybe you're looking at some other things that you're looking to do when you're open to adventure. But we're also going to give you some tips to try to help you choose the right loan, helping you boost your credit health, and trying to put things into your budget and things that's not going to overextend you and still make everything comfortable for you, so you can still enjoy all of your summer getaways and adventures. So let's take a look at some of the statistics. And this is based on a summer travel survey for 2025. So right now, it looks like about 48% of Americans are planning to travel this summer. So if you haven't already, you might be still considering it or still planning it. But as you can see, quite a few people are looking at cutting their spending to stay on their budget. So we've got about 56% of these people are looking at trying to find ways of how can I stay on a budget? How can I try to save or cut my spending as much as possible, but still give myself or my family, a really nice vacation, something to help them relax. We've got 71% of people are actually preferring to do road trips to help save money. So I don't know if any of you all have looked at flights lately. I have myself. Flights are pretty expensive, depending on where you're going. So it's pretty pricey to be able to fly somewhere. So a lot of people are opting for the other option of just driving somewhere so they can try to help save some money and cut some costs there. But still, regardless, a lot of people, their top priority is one, they just want relaxation, try to remove themselves from the stressful work environments, even just the stress of home life, things going on at home, just want to get away, relax a little bit. Some family time, just spending that quality time with your family, maybe away from electronics, phones, iPads, televisions, and really just getting outdoors and enjoying the outdoor fun, whether it be, at the beach, the mountains, the lake. But what this tells us is that people are still wanting to enjoy their summer. They're really wanting to get out there, spend that time with other people, but they are really trying to be more intentional with their spending and really their budgeting. So let's start with our first topic. We're going to talk about vacation ready. So how and things that different ways and options that you have to try to fund your next escape or your next vacation. So one of those great things that we offer is our Visa Smart Rewards card. So the great thing about our Smart Rewards product is you can earn points for every purchase. So for every dollar that you spend, you do earn a rewards point, which then you can use those points on our website. Through our online portal, you can redeem those points for various things through the rewards site. It's a great way to get some money, something back on what you've been spending. Another great option and a great thing with our Visa cards is that it's got some built-in travel perks. So if you use your card and you are purchasing or you're doing a rental vehicle, you get the rental car insurance with that. And there's also some travel protection options that are available when you use your Visa card. So just a couple of great extra little things that you can help you give peace of mind while you're doing your summer vacation, knowing that you've got a little bit of extra security using our Smart Rewards card. Definitely a lot safer than carrying cash. Cash cannot be replaced. If you lose it, you drop it, you lose your wallet, dropped it, on the side of the road, whatever. Can't get the cash back, but your credit card can be protected. It helps you, you can cancel that card, get you a new one. So definitely a lot safer option for you. course, you can track all of your purchases through your mobile app, your online banking portal, so that you can make sure you don't have any fraudulent charges or there's nothing crazy showing up on there that you know you didn't do. And then the one of the great things about our Visa product and our Smart Rewards card is the interest rate. So right now, the rate on our Smart Rewards card is 13.5%, which you can also see here that the national average on credit cards is right at just over the 24% mark, which is crazy. So our card definitely has a much better rate to help you save some with your spending and helping to keep you more in budget. Now, if you really are looking for a better rate, and rates and things like that are more of what you're looking at, we also offer a Smart Rate Visa card as well. Now, with our Smart Rate card, it doesn't have any of the rewards points with it. So you don't earn points on your purchases with that card, but it does offer you a little bit lower interest rate of 12.5%. That's what it's at right now. Now, keep in mind, of course, with our credit cards, they are variable rates, so those rates can adjust. But right now, with the rewards Visa, it's at 13.5%, and the Smart Rate Visa is at 12.5%. So just a great option to, keep in mind with some flexibility to be able to use that to help with your funding of your vacations. Another option that we have is our personal loans. So this is going to be one of those things where you get the money all up front. So if you know exactly what you need to purchase your vacation package or to, make that final down payment or to go ahead and pay off that vacation that you've been planning or looking at, a personal loan's a great way to do that. In addition to being, flexible, quick funding, we sometimes can have these funded in the same business day for you. So it's usually a pretty quick turnaround time. You also get the option of having a fixed term. So you know exactly what your payment is going to be. It's going to be a fixed rate and a fixed term. So this helps a lot with your budgeting. If you're looking to have no more than a $250 payment for your loan, this is a great way to go so that you know exactly what your payment's going to be every month. You don't have to worry about that payment changing based on how much your amount is that you owe. So that's a great option to have. No collaterals required with our personal loans, so these are all unsecured. We do have a very easy application process for this. You can, of course, do this online through our website. You can do it through your mobile app, or you can also call us. We're available all the time. We do have an after-hour service that still assists our members after our normal business hours. They can do your application over the phone. And of course, all of our loan officers, myself included, we are very happy to do applications with you during business hours as well over the phone. We usually can have your decision back for you in the same business day. As I mentioned, we do have a pretty quick turnaround time on our loans. So we can either get these funded for you, again, either the same business day or the following business day. So we definitely do have a good turnaround time on those to help get that funding to you faster. Now, with our interest rates, your rates are going to be based upon a couple of different things. They're going to be based on your term, so how long you do your loan for, and your credit score. But right now, we have rates as low as 9.49% on our personal loans, which that's honestly a really great rate on a personal loan if you've been looking around and shopping with other financial institutions or lending companies. You will probably find that our rates are probably going to be very competitive and probably a lot lower than what you're seeing out there. As you can see, typically what we're finding with the national average for personal loans is just about 16.5%. So definitely great rates with our personal loans. And again, keeping in mind that you've got that fixed term, that fixed rate. And so you know exactly what your monthly payment is going to be every month for you. All right. So another option that we have is our easy line of credit. Sometimes you just have those things that come up that you were not expecting. You may have that your engine, a light comes on your car that you were getting ready to pull out the driveway, and all of a sudden your dashboard light shows up and you've got to have something done to your vehicle that you were not expecting to do that before you leave for vacation. Or Maybe you were just running a little bit short on being able to get that package paid off or your home paid off, and you just needed a little bit of extra to get you through to take care of that. We have our easy line of credit. Um, Small limits that you can get on these. It's a limit of up to $1,000 for our easy line of credit. That's the max limit on this. It's a great thing for a first-time borrower or those that have limited credit history. So this is a great way to get build up your credit. If you've got, a little bit of credit started, but not quite enough to get those larger loans, this is a great way to get you started. Or if this is your very first loan, you've never had one before, or maybe it's just been a really long time since you've had some type of loan, this is a great way to be able to start with something small and be able to and build yourself up later on in the future with larger loan amounts. So as I mentioned, helping cover last minute or unexpected travel cost. And we can also link this, if you have a checking account with our credit union, we can link this to your checking account. So if you're using your debit card and you maybe didn't have quite enough, or maybe you didn't keep track of how much you were spending on vacation, I am guilty of that. So sometimes you just need that little bit of extra help there just in case. This can serve as like an overdraft to help you avoid having your card unexpectedly declined while you're trying to, purchase groceries at the grocery store on vacation or buying gas or purchasing a meal or something. Just a little great way and it's something as a backup, a just in case type of thing. Now, with that line of credit, the nice thing is that you're only going to pay interest on what you use. So even though you have $1,000 line of credit, maybe you've only used $500 of that, you're only paying interest on the $500 that you've used so far. So that's nice to know. You're not paying interest on that full $1,000 if you haven't used it. You're only going to pay interest on the outstanding balance that you have. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move into our next piece here, which is going to be staycation upgrades. So investing in your home. A lot of times you can really do some great things with your home and make it just a great place to stay and do a staycation. And staycations are sometimes a nice thing to do. You don't really have anything planned. You can just kind of go with the flow. You don't have to travel. You don't have to worry about putting those extra miles on your vehicles or renting a vehicle or flying somewhere, but you can upgrade your home and make it a great small staycation spot for you and your family to come and enjoy at any time. So we have some great options that are available to be able to help finance that for you. Sometimes projects can get a little pricey and you don't always want to deplete your savings account that you've built up. So we have some loan options that you can use to try to help fund that for you so you don't have to take out all of that savings and deplete that. So one of the things that we do offer is our Home Improvement Plus loan. So the nice thing about this is that you can actually borrow up to 110% of the value of your home. So that's a great thing, especially for, if you own a condo or maybe you're a brand new homeowner, you just purchased your new home, haven't quite built up that equity or didn't have quite enough of a down payment to have some equity. So this is a great option for that. Or if you're doing a smaller project, like maybe you're looking at redoing or building a new patio out back. Maybe you're looking at doing some upgrades to your kitchen, like you just want to do new appliances, maybe new countertops, maybe something small for your home. So this is a nice way to be able to finance that for you. Again, fixed rate and a term, so they're all fixed. That's going to help you, again, have that fixed payment amount every month to be able to help you budget a lot better with that. So that's a great option. And our rates for these, right now, they're as low as 8%. So again, a really great way to be able to finance those smaller projects that you might be looking to do for your home. Now, if you're thinking of doing something larger, sometimes the better way to go is the actual full home equity loan. So we have the home equity line of credit. That's one of our home equity options that we have. And this is a great way to have some flexibility. So sometimes you have a project that maybe is going to happen in phases. Maybe you have phase one that you have to pay so much for. Once that's completed, you move into phase two, and then that's when you start paying for phase two, and so on and so forth. So the line of credit is going to give you that flexibility to be able to pull the money off of your line of credit as you're ready and need to pay for those projects that you're doing. So it's reusable. So even once you pay it back, you're going to have access to it again. So even if you pull money off of it to pay for this project, you pay it back, then that is going to be available for you to use again in the future for either a different home project, or maybe you have something else that you need to use it for. Another great piece of the flexibility here is the ability to use these funds for other purposes, not just for, making upgrades to your home or doing home projects. Just as I was mentioning and talking about with the easy line of credit, same way with this type of line of credit, you're only going to pay interest on what you use. So if you have a $50,000 home equity line of credit and you only have a balance of $20,000, you're only paying interest on the $20,000 that you have at that time. So that's a great thing to know, that you're not paying interest on your full balance or your full limit of your home equity line of credit. Now, these are adjustable rate, so just keep that in mind. With the line of credit, your rate can adjust. The rates for these are based on what Prime is doing, so that's how those will be adjusting. Now, right now, the rates that we have for our home equity lines of credits, they're as low as 7.5%. So we are still in a good position with our rates and below the national average, which is still just over 8% at 8.25%. Now we're coming close to the deadline for this promotion that we're offering, but right now through the end of June, we do have a promotion where you can get up to $750 towards your closing cost. So that's going to make that, a little bit easier. With home equities, you are going to have some closing cost involved with that. So being able to go ahead and get this done and get this application in can help you save on some of those closing costs that you might incur from this type of loan. All right, so this is another home equity product that we offer. This is our home equity loan. So this is going to be the fixed product. So again, fixed rate and term. So giving you that ability to have that fixed monthly payment so you know exactly how you can budget for this. A lot of people like that fixed option so they know exactly what their payment's going to be every month and can put that into their budgeting when they do that on a monthly basis. Now with this one, when you finalize this, you are going to get your lump sum payment all at one time. So we're going to pay out that full balance to you, or that full loan amount, as soon as your home equity is funded. So this is good to have if you are doing, a pretty big ticket product. Maybe you're putting in a pool. Maybe you're doing a kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel. Maybe you're putting in finishing your basement of your home. To make a home theater or an activity room or something like that. So this is a really great way when you're having those big projects that that's going to cost you, this amount of money. This is a great way to help you be able to do that project, but be able to budget it and be able to make that more affordable for you. Same thing with the line of credit. You still can get that $750 towards your closing cost, as long as you apply by the end of June. So again, we're coming up quick on that. We've just got about 5 more days of the month. We're on almost at the end of June. So if you are thinking that you might want to do this and take advantage of that $750 in closing cost, I would definitely recommend getting that application into us as soon as possible so you can make sure to get that credit. You'll notice with our home equity loan product that those rates are even lower than the line of credit. So right now, the rates for those are as low as 6.63%. Still a really great rate on a home equity, considering what they were just about 12 months ago or so, when they were upwards of 7, 8, and 9%. So this is a definitely great rate and a good time to be able to go ahead and take advantage and get those projects completed that you were thinking about doing. All right. All right, so now we're going to look at open to adventure. So talking about, vehicles, maybe you're looking at a recreational vehicle like an RV, maybe you're looking at a camper, maybe you're looking at a boat, something like that to be outdoors, traveling with your family, having some different options for that. So let's take a look at our first one here, which are auto loans. So we have got really great rates and terms with our auto loans. They are fixed rate terms. We can offer a term up to 84 months for a new and used auto. So that's a really great way to help finance a larger purchase and help to keep you at a lower payment. Another great thing with our auto loan products is that we do not have a prepayment penalty or fees if you pay it off early. So I have seen a lot of people that like to go the longer term route to be able to have that lower payment option, but then just turn around and try to pay it off sooner because they're not penalized for it. So just another great way to help you keep that payment comfortable and within your budget. We can finance up to 110% of the value of the auto. Now that's for a vehicle that is 10 years old or newer. So right now, anything that's a 2015 or newer, you can get up to 110% financing. That helps if you've got any negative equity, if you're trading in a vehicle, helps if you're wanting to finance in your taxes, your title, your tags that you're when you're purchasing the vehicle. This is also good for refinances too. We just had a rate drop on our auto loan rates for our new and used autos back at the beginning of this month. Now's a great time to start looking at your current rate, taking a look at our rates. Maybe you've got a higher rate somewhere else, and maybe we can get you into a lower rate with our auto loan product here and help save you some money on that interest. Right now, we've got auto loan rates as low as 4.24%. And, we're well below the national average. The national average is still almost 7.5% for auto loans right now. Still a very easy process to do this type of loan. You can submit the application online through our website. You can go through your mobile app and submit your application. You can also give us a call any time of day. Our after-hour service can help you with the application after our normal business hours. And then, of course, myself or our loan officers can help you during our business hours, our normal business hours. So we've definitely got a lot of different options to get those applications into us. Even if you just have questions and you want to talk with one of our loan officers, please give us a call. We're happy to go through scenarios with you. We're happy to take a look at loan payment calculations based on your balance or the amount that you're looking to finance, taking a look at rates and things like that for you. So we can definitely help to try to get you into a good product with us here. Another great thing to go along with our auto loans, and this is actually going to be ending at the end of July. So you've got just about another month to take advantage of our GAP Plus promotion. So we are now, during our promotional period, we are going to give you our GAP Plus coverage for free. Normally, this is a $499 one-time fee if you decide to add the GAP protection, but right now this is on us. So we are taking care of that fee for you. The great thing, and if you're not familiar with GAP Plus or what GAP does, so what GAP will do for you is it will help to cover the difference. Let's say if you have a total loss of your vehicle. And it's anything that's deemed a total loss by your insurance company. So that could be a total loss from a motor vehicle accident. It even covers theft. If your vehicle has been stolen and not recovered, once your vehicle is deemed a total loss by your insurance company, they're of course going to give you a payout for your vehicle. Sometimes that's enough to cover your loan if you still owe money on the vehicle. Sometimes it's enough to cover that. Sometimes it's not. And so sometimes you could have, even a couple $1,000 difference in a loan amount that you would still have to pay, even though your vehicle is gone. You no longer have your vehicle. That difference does not disappear. So that's what GAP is going to do. It's going to come in and it's going to cover the difference of whatever your insurance company paid out compared to what still may be left to pay on your loan. So as an example, you had a $25,000 balance still owed on your vehicle loan. You have a total loss of your vehicle. Your insurance company says, well, we're going to give you $22,000 for your vehicle. There's still going to be that $3,000 deficit that would have to be paid. So the GAP Plus will kick in and that will cover that difference for you. So you don't have to pay that $3,000 out of pocket. The other nice feature, and that's the plus, this is the plus feature of it, is that you're going to get $1,000 towards the purchase of your next vehicle, as long as you finance it within 90 days of your claim. So if you finance it with us and it's within 90 days, they're going to give you $1,000. So it's just like you're putting $1,000 down payment on this new vehicle that you're going to be purchasing. The other plus piece of our GAP protection is that it does also include an auto deductible reimbursement. So that will actually allow you, if you file any type of claim with your insurance and you have to pay that deductible, it could be $100, $250, $500. And it's done within the first 3 years, 36 months of having the coverage. You can actually file a claim through the auto deductible reimbursement program and get that deductible returned back to you. So they'll pay you and return back to you up to $500 of your deductible. So that's a great feature. So again, this promotion that we're doing is going to end July 31st. So your loan does have to be funded by close of business on July 31st in order to be able to take advantage of this GAP promotion that we're doing. So definitely a great feature and a great product to have. I will tell you guys just a very quick story. My husband and I have a friend of ours who actually his wife totaled their vehicle. She hit a deer. They just actually refinanced their vehicle not too long ago, and the vehicle was a total loss. That's how much damage was caused just from hitting a deer. And they were actually in a $7,500 deficit. So what was given to them by their insurance company compared to what they still owed on their loan. So luckily they did add the GAP product and did have that on their loan. So they are not going to be responsible for having to pay that difference of that $7,500, which that's a pretty substantial amount. So again, something you never think about, and thinking about just hitting a deer, you don't think that it's going to cause that much damage and cause a total loss, but could possibly put you in that type of situation. So again, just another quick little segment there and a little story to go along with the GAP product. All right, so then leisure vehicles. So under the leisure vehicle category, this is going to be where we talk about RVs, your recreational vehicles, so your travel trailers, your campers. This is also boats, so we do loans for boats and motorcycles and jet skis. So just all kinds of different adventure type things that you might be thinking of to get yourself outdoors. So we would love to be able to try to help you finance those if you've been thinking about traveling and maybe doing it by camper. It's a great thing to do here. We can finance that for you, or maybe you're wanting to get out to the lake more, but you don't have a boat. So we'd love to be able to finance that for you as well. Fixed rate loans. So again, fixed rate, fixed term, again, helping you have that fixed monthly payment to fit into your budget. We do offer the financing, or we can refinance for you too. So if you already have a loan for a leisure vehicle, we can certainly help try to refinance it here, maybe try to get you into, a better term, a better rate, helping get that monthly payment down for you to help fit better into your budget. We do have a pretty extensive limit that we can finance up to. So you can borrow up to $300,000 with our leisure vehicle loans. And we do also offer a term of up to 120 months, which is 10 years. So we have a lot of flexibility there, giving you longer term options, again, to help bring that payment down into a more manageable, more comfortable place for your budget. So right now with our leisure vehicle loan rates, those rates here we have are as low as 5.99%. And this was actually a crazy statistic for me to see that national rates for leisure vehicles can actually go up to almost 36%, which that's just crazy to me. So our rates are definitely very competitive there. Again, we do have the same type of options for when if you want to apply for these online, through our mobile app or over the phone. We can certainly do any of those options for you if this is a route that you're maybe thinking that you might want to try to go through to help get this purchase funded. All right, so earlier we had talked about our easy line of credit, which is, kind of just a just in case type of thing for you. We do also have another line of credit. It's called our Premier line of credit. So it's an unsecured line of credit, but it does offer a higher limit option. So it helps you for bigger plans or bigger things that may come later in the future or something that you don't expect that just happened to pop up. So with our Premier line of credit, actually have the ability to go up to a $50,000 line of credit. That is the maximum limit for the Premier line of credit. Again, these are reusable funds. So if you get $10,000 off of it, you pay it back, then all that's available for you again. And you don't have to constantly reapply for it. So once the line of credit is established, it's there for you. The only time you would need to reapply is if you wanted to increase the limit. So if you had a $25,000 limit now, but maybe in a year or two you decide you'd like to increase that to 30 or 40,000, we can certainly do a new application to see if we can increase that for you. So this is a great feature and a great product for those members who have got some established credit out there. They've been really working hard on their credit and they just want and are ready for a new line of credit or another opportunity. This is great if you're wanting to try to finance a trip. Maybe you have a big purchase that's coming up. Maybe you just have something unexpected that popped up. It's really hot outside right now. I think most of the US is in a heat wave. So maybe your AC went out and you've got to replace the whole unit for your home, which is not cheap. So this is a great thing to have in the event that you do have something unexpected come up. It's always going to be there when you need it. And it has debt shield protection as well. So we do have some additional information on our website for our debt shield debt protection. But some of the things that will help cover is involuntary unemployment. So if you happen to become involuntarily unemployed, then our debt shield protection can help to make your payment during those times of unemployment. We do have a disability protection. So if you become sick or you are injured and you are out of work for an extended period of time, then the disability protection can kick in and help to make that payment for you while you're out of work. So, not receiving, your full income from your employer. Usually it's just a small percentage of that. So then the debt shield protection can help cover that payment so you don't have to worry about it. The debt shield protection also has a life protection feature as well. So if you passed away and there was a balance that was owed on the loan, then the balance can be canceled, and that's for balances up to $100,000. So with that debt shield protection, that is actually something we offer on all of our consumer loans. So our auto loans, personal loans, lines of credit, and it is also offered on our home equity products too. So just a little something extra to help protect you and to help offer that extra layer and peace of mind in case something did happen to you and having those help with your monthly payment. So maybe you're not really thinking that you want to take a new loan. Maybe you're not ready to take a new loan out at this time, but you really would just like to help free up some extra money to help with, just a little bit of extra security for that vacation that you're taking. Have a little bit of extra saved up or built up in your checking account. So something we offer is a skip-a-pay. So this would actually help you to be able to take a break from making your payment. So if you already have a loan with us. So you can actually defer your payment every 90 days. You do have the ability to do two per year. So just keeping that in mind, if you want to do one now, be sure that you're ready if you can do another one or if you want to do another one. Just remember it's two per year. Now, your interest is still going to accrue. So even though you've been able to skip your payment, your interest will still be accruing. And we do have some eligibility, things that you do have to make sure you meet the requirement for those. But it's a great way to be able to free up your funds. Sometimes things, again, just these extra costs when you plan that summer vacation, there's something that's come up, you weren't quite ready for that. This is a great way to free up some extra money for you without having to take out a new loan and be able to help have some extra cash. Now, if you are thinking that maybe this might be something you'd like to look into, you can actually log into your account, your online banking, your mobile app, and you can process and request the skip a payment through there. So that's another great way to be able just to try to help get you a little bit of extra spending for your summer vacation. So now we're going to finish up with our last section here about how do I choose the right loan? What is going to be best for me? How do I know, is this going to be right? Or is the personal loan going to be right? Or is the line of credit going to be right? Or maybe I just need to do a skip a payment. So we really want you to think about your financing, sit down, make yourself a budget, consider everything that you have currently as far as a monthly liability. And think about your repayment style. How you want to pay this back. Are you okay with having a payment that could change, such as with a credit card, because that's going to be based on your balance that you have on there? Or do you think a fixed payment would be much better for your monthly budgeting every month? And then another thing is, how often are you thinking you're going to have to access these funds that you're looking to borrow? Do you think it's going to be over the next several months, or do you think it's right now? So that's really going to help you choose between getting that one-time loan option. So whether that be like a personal loan, or if you're thinking about going a home equity route, doing the home equity loan product. Or if you're thinking about the line of credit product, so maybe you're thinking of like a home equity line of credit, or the Premier line of credit, or the Easy line of credit, or even a credit card. So those are just some things to take into consideration when you're trying to choose the right loan that's going to be best for you. So just some things that you want to consider. Think about the purpose of your loan. What are you looking to finance? Are you looking to finance traveling? Are you looking to finance an upgrade or an improvement to your home? Are you thinking about something flexible? Are you flexible? So this is really going to be helpful when you're trying to pinpoint and narrow down exactly what product is going to be best for you. Your timeline. So think about time-wise. Are you going to need these funds right now, like today or tomorrow or within the next week? Or do you think that you're going to need these over a period of time? Like you may need some now, might need a little bit more come September, October, might need even a little bit more around December or January of next year. So that's going to help you determine how do I need all of the funds now with a personal loan product, or is maybe a line of credit going to be best for me and help me do that over time as I need the funds? The repayment styles. So as I mentioned, thinking about what is going to be best for your budget? What are you most comfortable with? Are you okay with having that payment that can adjust based on what your balance is or your outstanding balance? Or are you okay, or you feel much more comfortable having that fixed monthly payment? So it's a very big thing to try to go back and forth is what are you most comfortable with? What is going to be the best for you? And then we definitely encourage all of our members to shop around. While, of course, we want your business, we would love to have all of your business with us. We definitely want you to shop around, compare those interest rates, compare those terms, Look at other costs that are going to be associated with that loan, whether it be penalties, fees, anything extra, making sure that you're asking all of those questions and reading the fine print when you're looking at maybe going with another financial institution or another lending company. So taking all of those into consideration before you choose that final product. And of course, thinking about your credit. Your credit score is definitely going to play a huge role in your loan approval and your rates. It's going to determine what type of rate you're going to qualify for. So, Senate Federal Credit Union actually offers you a way to be able to monitor your score. You can, of course, log into your account, your online account. You can check that information there, look at your FICO score. You also, and every person has the ability to get a copy of their credit report through annualcreditreport.com. You can actually get a report once a year from each of the three agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So you can use those free credit reports to be able to check your report for accuracy, making sure that everything on there is correct, looking for errors. If you see anything that does not look right to you, making sure you're contacting that credit bureau and getting some extra clarification or even going through with a dispute on that. If you need help or you're looking for some guidance, we are absolutely here to help you. We are more than happy to help you with improving your credit profile, looking for the right product that's going to be best fit for what you're looking to do. We are happy to talk through those different options for you, ask you some questions about what you're looking to do, what your final goal is. Those types of things will help us get you into the right place. And we would definitely want to make sure we put you in the right product that's going to be best for you and best for your budgeting and your overall financial health. So as I mentioned, we are always here to help. Whether, of course, you need guidance for financial issues, maybe debt consolidations, anything like that. We have great rates, we have great qualification, and we have fast turnaround times for our loans. So these are just some ways that you can get in touch with us. Of course, you can call us by phone. We have our 1-800 number on there. When you do call in, you'll get our menu tree, and for our lending team, and it's going to be option 4. That'll get you into with one of our loan officers, whether it be myself or one of my coworkers. Of course, you can also go online through our website. You can also use your mobile app to do this as well. Whether you're just looking for some additional information on our loan products or you are ready to apply, you can absolutely do that online at your own convenience. You can, of course, if you're located near one of our branch locations, you can, of course, visit our branches, and they are more than happy to go through these same information with you, do applications, go over different options. And of course, we also have an email as well. So even if you just have some generic questions or you just have some things that you really want to go over, feel free to send us an email, and one of our lending experts will definitely get back to you and help go over some different options that would be tailored to your needs.
That is awesome, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Wow, I feel like you covered so many different topics, so many different products, which at the end of the day, I think that's the reason why our members come to us. And I love that that you show the comparison in terms of the rates. I know one of the rates that really stood out for me is the where you were touching a little bit on the home equity rates compared to the national rates. I mean, we're beating them almost by 3 basis points. I mean, that's a huge difference. So, but then again, it just goes to show you what the United States Senate Federal Credit Union is all about. And that is people helping people, and it goes to show you that we are here for our members. Like my other colleague said, Milton Hunt, credit union. So this is a true statement of that. So thank you so much, Stephanie. Again, you stated 22 plus years of lending experience. You are definitely an expert, and we are so appreciative that you came in and gave this presentation to us. So with that being said, Andrea, Janika, I believe we have a couple of questions in the chat, but I believe we do have a couple of questions. Andrea and Janika, if you all don't mind reading, I'm pretty sure Stephanie will be more than happy to answer those questions for you all.
Yep. So our first question is oh, I missed it. How should someone decide the right loan amount, especially for things like wedding, renovations, or traveling?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And it's kind of hard, especially when you're thinking about, if you're doing a home renovation or a home upgrade. So what I probably would recommend doing is thinking about how much your max is that you're looking to borrow. Like if you know you don't want to do more than 30,000, then I would probably go ahead and maybe submit your application for that because you know that that is your maximum. You know that that's what you've budgeted for. That'll help to keep you kind of within what you're looking to stay within. And you know that if your estimate comes back at 40,000, that's putting you out of your comfortable monthly budget. So really trying to figure out where you are comfortable, what type of payment you are comfortable with, and then kind of going from there as far as when you do estimates for getting those renovations and things like that.
Thank you so much. And then our next question is, how can someone tell if a personal loan is a better option than using a credit card or a line of credit?
So with a personal loan, the nice thing about those is that you have that fixed rate, that fixed term, and that fixed payment. So you know that you're doing a $15,000 personal loan. You know that your payment is $275, $300 a month. That's what it's going to be for either the 5 years or the 4 years or whatever your term is. Credit cards and lines of credit, those are going to vary. So they make it a little harder to budget for that every month. Maybe you started off with using your credit card and you only did 5,000. And so your payment is, $100 a month. Now you've got your credit card balance up to 10,000 and now all of a sudden your payment is $200 a month, but you had only budgeted for the 100. So a lot of times it's easier to help you stay within that comfortable budget, going with that personal loan and having that fixed rate option versus going with a credit card or a line of credit and not really knowing that or thinking when you're budgeting that, oh, my payment could be this. So when you're looking at those lines of credit options, think about what your maximum payment is going to be if you use that full amount and budget for that versus what your payment is based on your balance at that time.
And what's the difference between a fixed rate and a variable rate for a personal loan, and which one is better for short-term needs?
Sure. So fixed rate is going to be that is your interest rate. So if you qualify for a 10.5% interest rate, that's your interest rate for the full term of your loan. The variable rate with our credit cards, those are going to be based on what Prime is doing. So when Prime starts going up, that means your rates are going to go up with those credit cards. We saw that happen, quite a few times when Prime kept increasing, quarter, 0.5% for several months over the last year or two. Now that Prime is coming down, we've also seen the flip side of that where those rates are coming down. So that's a good thing to keep in mind too. A lot of times you'd rather have that fixed interest rate knowing that this is my interest rate, it's 10.5%. And when that credit card rate starts going up, I'm not going to be worried about getting to maybe 16, 17, 18% on the credit card.
Thank you. And what's your best advice for small business owners looking to fund inventory or marketing this summer?
Yeah, so we actually have a full business services team. I do not work personally with the business loans, but we do have our business services team. They absolutely can help answer additional questions about what types of products and services we have for our business members. So that would be definitely something to, you can certainly call in, speak with one of them over the phone, and they'll be more than happy to help answer some additional questions for that.
And I think this is the last one. What happens if I don't use my funds on my personal line of credit?
So your line of credit is actually going to stay open for you, regardless of if you've not used the funds, it's still there. So a lot of times, a member likes to have that line of credit out there and have it available for those just in case things that might happen. So it doesn't go anywhere. It stays out there until you're ready to close it.
And actually, one more.
Okay.
We've mentioned the gap promotion. Just want to make sure, when does it end?
Yes, so it ends July 31st. The loan does have to be funded by close of business on July 31st in order to be able to get that promotion.
And I think those are all the questions, Jarnika, if you see any that I might have missed and you want to ask.
I see here in the chat, when does the gap promotion end? And how many times can we use the skip a payment feature?
Sure. So the skip a payment, you can do 2 of those a year. They can only be done every 90 days. So if you do one today, you would have to wait 90 days before you do another one, but you are only able to do 2 per year on those.
Awesome. And last one, are there fees if I pay my loan earlier?
There are not. We do not have any fees or penalties if you pay your loan off early.
Awesome. I believe that's it for the questions, guys. Anyone else have any other questions out there?
No, no questions on my end. I just want to thank Stephanie for coming in and providing this presentation. It was an amazing presentation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you found this helpful, again, we love you. You spread the word with your friends, your family, neighbors, your communities. This is what we're all about. And then speaking of that, Janika, you want to tell everyone what's the topic for next week?
Yeah, guys, so we're so excited next week. We're going to be hosting an amazing webinar, Cruising into Summer, your guide to smart auto buying. So if you're in the market for a vehicle or if you know anyone who may be in the market, please have them check in or register for our webinar next week. Our amazing colleague Kim will be here and available to host this for you guys, and we're so excited. And we're hopeful that you all come back and join us next Wednesday, same time. And learn a little bit about the process of auto buying.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I always have somebody from marketing saying a few closing remarks. So I know Eddie's not here, and I know we already heard from Andrea. So you know what, Carrie, that's gonna be you. Any closing remarks, Carrie? And I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Oh, no. Well, just thank you everyone for coming. And Stephanie, you did an amazing job. I actually spoke to Stephanie earlier and she made it sound like she was nervous and was like, but wow, you're so good. So thank you.
Yes, amazing job, Stephanie. That was awesome.
Thank
did
you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Second what Carrie said. But again, thank you all, and have a good night. And we'll see you back again next week at the same time, 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us.